Hey, everybody. Good morning. You been hearing anything about the weather lately? Yeah, we got a lot to talk about. This morning, just beautiful clouds out there. Good morning, everyone. And this is Gina. We're up about 200 feet up there. You can see we have some clouds going on. We have those also here in Alexandria. Again, beautiful skies, kind of wavy look to these clouds. I think some asperatus clouds out there this morning. That's what it looks like to me. So that's what we're going to call it. It's chilly. It's warming up a little bit. And it looks like today we are going to see temperatures up in the 50s. We have a few sprinkles out there, mainly going to be to our south today. You can see even up in North Texas, maybe a little light wintry mix showing up. I think that's probably not reaching the ground, though. But some very light rain is possible today into the evening. It's going to be low amounts, and a lot of you won't see anything. Temperatures from 41 in Monroe to 53 in Lafayette. It's decent out there. It's better than what it's going to be next week. Let's just say that. So easterly winds 3 to 5 miles per hour. Not much on that today. So we're not going to see a strong wind flow. There's just not much going on right now. We have a little light rain in the area, but that's about it. I'm kind of filling time until I get to the good stuff here. Actually, I just want to take you through the basics of the planner and all that. We'll get through this and then we'll get to the meat of the thing here. 55 by 4 p.m. Cloudy skies. Could be a few breaks in the clouds today. We're already seeing that out there. And no severe weather. Just a couple of storms perhaps down along the Texas coast around Corpus Christi up to Galveston, but that's not going to hit us here. Here's a look at the light rain that's going to just kind of flitter on by through the afternoon. We'll see some light showers out there. Again, some heavier stuff. When I say heavier, I mean heavier than the light drizzle we would see up here down along I-10, but nothing out of the ordinary here. Just some rain that's going to work along the southern part of the state. Going to get out of here by about midnight, and we will see things dry out, and then we're waiting on the next system and then the next system. So let's get into the GFS model. We've seen, I complain about single model runs until I manipulate them. And the reason I like that is I can stop them when necessary. And this one does tell a bit of a story. So let's go through. Light rain today. There you go. We already talked about that. The next system looks like it might not really phase together until it gets east of here, which is good. I don't think we're going to see a severe threat out of this. We could see some rain, but chances aren't even as high as what I had here a couple of days ago. And this is what we're watching out here into Texas. You see what's happening on this one, though? Look at the time up there. Tuesday, 10 o'clock. Shouldn't it be here by now? That's why we don't get into specifics this early. But you can see here on this run, I mean, how crazy to see snow showing up within the 7-day forecast on this model, single model here for Cameron Parish over to Grand Isle, maybe. Kind of wild. Shows you how deep the cold air is. So this little delay is why I'm saying, are we a day closer or are we not? And as of now, I don't know if this thing's going to come in. If it comes in Monday night, Tuesday night, something like that. So, and the delay and everything, the cold air is going to be in place for a good while. But the question is, if you get too delayed with this, if it really slows down, eventually the cold air leaves, then you're looking at something entirely different. Could be all rain at that point. So everything's still on the table. The crazy model runs are out there. Here's what we know. Not much. No, seriously. What does your app say? It might do something. No, I have an actual graphic for you. Here's what we have. These are the headlines. The wintry potential. Is it going to be snow? Is it going to be wintry mix? Is it going to be dry? Is it going to be rain? I mean, it still could be rain, but I think that's fourth place out of the choices here. So it's still 6 days away at least. So that's pretty far out. Cold air looks like it'll be in place probably through Wednesday, like the really cold air that we would need for mix or snow. So I think we have time to delay this a little bit. We wouldn't want to see it delay much more if you're a winter fan, though. And then the pattern does favor the wintry potential. There is so much uncertainty, and I think I've hit on that really well. And I know you come to this, you want answers. I can't give them to you. And I just don't find value in showing you a model run showing a foot of snow or something like that, because while it could happen, it is such a long shot. So the thing I'm saying is Tuesday into Wednesday, you're going to want to kind of be watching things. I know you are, but if you have to plan ahead, if it takes you a long time to prepare for, say, 3 inches of snow or something, if you have a nursery, if you have a farm, a cattle ranch, something like that, and you've got to take the time, it's time to prepare, kind of have your ducks in a row. And if by Friday we're looking at this and we're saying, okay, this is a real threat, that's the time to really kind of jump in and do things. And igloo roofing sneaks in. How does that happen? Well, here's the deal. It's going to be cold enough for an igloo. So I figured I'd pop them in. I mean, wintry stuff just goes right with them. Now, here's what's interesting. This is your 1 to 7 day outlook on precipitation. You can see 1/4 to 1/2 inch. Some of that's going to fall on Friday into Friday evening. Now, this is the Monday to Tuesday time frame, mainly Tuesday on this one. And check it out. This would all be when we are at or below freezing. So at WPC, they're showing a tenth to a quarter, maybe a half an inch of liquid equivalent, and they're really conservative with this stuff. So we're stepping, all the things are kind of falling in line here. Like it's weird because I think I would have a higher rain chance out at this distance if it were just a rain system. But in this case, because we have all these other factors coming in, I put it at 40% right now for a wintry mix on Tuesday, and that's about as bullish as I want to get when we're talking like, 6-7 days out. So I guess that's 6 days out now. 40% chance. You can see all the little wintry things in there. You can see the little sleet pellets bouncing and rain and snow and all that. So 34 over 23. If this thing does come in on Tuesday, it's going to be wintry. It's not going to be liquid. We do know that. But if it holds off until like late Wednesday or something, if that system cuts off out west and really slows down, that's when we get into precipitation type issues like will it be frozen or not. Now, as it stands now, I lean more toward this being some form of ice, be it freezing rain or sleet if we see something. I think snow's a longer shot, but it's still on the table as well. And we'll know more about that. I just always lean toward ice because, down here it just seems like these shallow Arctic air masses, they're not deep enough, so we don't get that real deep cold air, and that's why we don't see snow a lot of times, especially after a big Arctic front has come through. Now you can see the blues are kind of tempering down a bit toward the end of the month, so we will start to warm things up, and we're going to keep it busy here across the area. I think we'll see at least some chance for rain, or perhaps something wintry as well. So we'll be watching that. Again, we're 6 days out on this, so I'm not going to try to tell you in 10 or 11 days we're going to see something, but we're watching everything for sure. So let me see. Whoops, sorry. Didn't mean to zoom way out on that. I thought it was on the other screen. So yeah, that's kind of what we're looking at right now on the wintry potential. I'll put the bullet points back up, and we can, let's see. Let's do this. So 6 days away, cold air is going to be in place through Wednesday. So I think we will see snow or wintry mix. If the cold air is too dense, if the cold air is too dry, that's going to shove everything south of here, and then we would not see anything. So snow, wintry mix, or dry, all on the table. And then if this thing delays even more, it would be rain. There's so much uncertainty, as you can see. I mean, I'm not committing to anything, but I'm certainly, I will say again, 6 days out, it doesn't get much better for chances for wintry precipitation in this part of the country. So I'm not one to sit here and try to give misinformation or poo-poo something that's going to be a big deal. I'm certainly going to jump on it when I think we have a credible threat here. And I think the threat is real, but we just don't know specifics yet. And I think Friday-ish is when we'll start to get that to come in line. But again, this last system had a 50-mile shift north with about 24 hours to go and really changed in that transition zone what people saw. They went from thinking, hey, we're going to get 8 inches of snow to inch and a half of sleet and a quarter inch of freezing rain. So we're not going to go too crazy on specifics, but I'm watching it closely. I'll have a full text update later today, and I hope you guys have a wonderful Wednesday. I will see you back here tomorrow morning.